Story 1. The Basement Intruder. When I was 23, I lived in a small basement apartment. It wasn't in a bad area, but being below ground level meant I had those narrow rectangular windows near the ceiling. They always creeped me out. One night, I threw a party. People were drinking, laughing, having a good time. Around 1 a.m., a friend pulled me aside and said someone had seen a man peeking into one of those basement windows. I froze. We were all in the middle of the room, and no one should have been outside. I went out with a flashlight and a few guys to check. Nothing. No one in sight. Still, it ruined the mood. The party died down, and by 2 a.m., everyone was gone. I locked the doors and windows, double-checked everything, then went to bed. But I couldn't sleep. Around 3 a.m., I heard a soft thud, like something bumping against glass. I sat up and listened. It came again, then silence. I crept toward the living room. The window above the couch was completely black. That's when I realized there was no curtain. Someone was standing right outside, staring in. I didn't move. I barely breathed. After what felt like forever, the silhouette moved away. I called the police. But of course, by the time they got there, the guy was gone. They found footprints in the dirt outside the window. Fresh ones. I never felt safe in that apartment again. Story 2. The Cabin in the Woods. A few years later, my cousin invited me and some friends to a small cabin his family owned deep in the woods. No internet, no cell service, just isolation. We brought beer, food, and gear for a chill weekend. The first night was uneventful, though we kept joking about serial killers in the woods. You know, typical cabin in the woods banter. On the second night, something felt off. Around midnight, we were sitting around the fire when we heard crunching leaves in the dark. It wasn't an animal. It sounded too deliberate. Slow, heavy. We shone flashlights into the trees. Nothing, but the sounds continued, circling the cabin. We locked the doors, checked all the windows, and decided to sleep in shifts. Around 3 a.m., I was on watch when I saw movement outside. Just beyond the tree line, a person, standing still, watching. I woke everyone up. We turned off all lights and stayed silent. The figure never moved closer, just stood there until dawn. When morning came, they were gone. No footprints, nothing. We left that day and never went back. Story 3. My dog knew. When I was a teenager, I had a black lab named Cody. He was sweet, playful, and rarely barked. One night, I stayed up late watching TV in the living room while my parents slept upstairs. It was around 2 a.m. when Cody sat up, ears perked, staring at the front door. Then he growled. Low, deep. I muted the TV and listened. Nothing. But Cody walked to the door, still growling, then barked once, loud and sharp. I looked out the peephole. Nothing, but Cody wouldn't stop. He was now pacing, hair raised, growling toward the side window. I peeked through the blinds and saw someone crouched by the bushes. I yanked Cody back and ran upstairs to wake my dad. By the time he got down, the person was gone. We called the cops, but they didn't find anyone. My dad said it was probably just a drunk, but Cody had never reacted like that before or after. Whatever it was, he knew. If you like the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy true horror stories.